Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic on the Black Plague difficulty for the PC playthrough GZDoom. Now, what I neglected to mention on the last video is that I will be doing all levels with just the starting wand and 100 HP. So every item I will get, I will probably use throughout the level, or if I don't, then I won't have it in the next level, either way. Now, we finished off with the docks, but now we are starting with the dungeons. Let us begin. Now then, this is my favorite map of episode 1 because of the music and the design in general. You'll encounter some golems and an undead warrior, and some of them will try to ambush you if you're staying in this area for too long, so you will get the benefit of watching in fights if you manage to get them to fight one another or hit one another, you know. Some imps will try to come here because they're out here too, but you can deal with them all with the Elven Wand. No big deal. Now you can grab more wand crystals as ammo, which, by the way, is completely different from the chain gun equivalent ammo. If you can't really see it there, but the chain gun equivalent is right there. We'll visit that place very, very soon. So we'll just open these doors in patterns and kill the gargoyles in them. But before we open this door, notice how there's a shadow over this one. Open it, and you will go to this secret area, which has some undead warriors waiting for you. And yeah, you'll realize that this secret right here is very, very useful, because if you would have opened that door, all of these enemies would have came after you, but you can get the drop on them instead, which we're going to do now by using the Tome of Power with the Elven Wand. Marvelous. Now we can ascend this stairway to find an Ethereal Crossbow, which we can use on the gargoyles that pop out of the trap, and also these undead warriors, which also pop out of a trap, and these golems, which pop out of another trap if we go into that trap. There are a lot of traps in this level, and that's why I love it so much. It's a little on the easier side compared to the other levels, but I love its design philosophy. Now, there were some crossbows there. Some ethereal bolts, which are quite useful. Anyway, we can go into this area and press this button, which will open up another area right here. But before we go in there, we'll go in here and grab this silver shield. Now, if you stepped in here before you stepped to the area with the Ethereal Crossbow, this golem trap would have opened up first, and you would have faced the golems first. But we faced the undead warriors first. So, that's a moot point. Anyways, deal with these and grab the yellow key, which is hiding right here. Now, you may have noticed the torch in the inventory slot. We'll be using that very, very soon. Well, not too soon, but yeah, this place is a secret, which was opened by that switch we pressed earlier, and it has some goodies here, including a quartz flask. This is the equivalent of a 25% health boost, but you can carry it in your inventory and use it whenever you want to. Now, this area is a trap, but if you get through it quickly, you will get the Dragon's Claw, and you can sit right here and wait for the trap to lower, then raise back up, and you can grab all the remaining claw orbs. So now we got that through, we can go through the yellow door, which will reveal this area with some undead warriors and some gargoyles. Listen to that sound of the dragon's claw. Yes, this is the equivalent of a chain gun. And it's quite noisy, but I like it. It's so otherworldly. And it's good with dealing with all these enemies. Now, if you saw that this place was off texture, or the texture lighting was different, that's because this is a secret. And you can kill the gargoyles in it when you grab this item, the Shadow Sphere. It works sort of like the partial invisibility from Doom, but it has one extra function, which I will demonstrate to you very soon. There are a lot of items that I'll demonstrate to you very soon, but this one is very useful. Now, if you saw that explosion, these egg sack looking things are the equivalent of barrels in Doom. Now, there are some undead warriors here, and they just hit me hard. They have a chance to throw red axes instead of green ones, which deal much more damage. Now, like the other secrets, this off-color texture here will reveal another one. And ditto for this one. There's a pattern here. And this secret here gives you the gauntlets again, which are quite nice to have, but I won't be using them for this guy here. Instead, I'll be picking up these items here, the Time Bomb of the Ancients. Now, what do these do? They're kind of like exactly what they imply, time bombs. So, wherever you set them off, they do a bit of damage. Yeah, 2 will get rid of an undead warrior quite quickly, and they're also good for dealing with packs of enemies. But don't stand too close to them because they hurt you too. So these like sort of are sort of like mines. Keyword is sorta. Now that's a quiver full of like 30 arrows, but we don't have a backpack that carry all those arrows yet, or a bag of holding even. So we'll save those for later. In fact, we don't even need them. Anyways, I'm going to open this door first, and I'm going to use the Shadow Sphere. Why? Because would they try to hit you, the axes of theirs, they just go right through you. The undead warriors can't hit you unless you're in melee range if you're using the Shadow Sphere. That is a beautiful, beautiful way to use the Shadow Sphere. Pretty much the only reason why I use the Shadow Sphere personally. Now this room has some gargoyles and a lot of egg sacs, so we're gonna blow up these egg sacs and probably kill all of them. Yeah. Now you see that red texture up there? That indicates that this is a crusher. But if we go through quickly, we can get these 2 coarse flasks. Now going down this hallway, we can kill more golems. Beautiful. And opening this door up, or this wall even, will reveal more gargoyles, which we can kill. And another one of these off-color texture secrets, which reveal the Wings of Wrath. This is a very cool item, because it allows you to fly in a Doom engine game. Yes, you can do it in vanilla too. Now when you step here, this trap will open up. So mind yourself, because there are golems to the left and gargoyles to the right. Now allow me to demonstrate how the Wings of Wrath work. You can bind a key to flying up and down, usually. You can bind it to whatever you want. You can also fly up and down by using the look up and look down keys, which are also part of the game, might I remind you. So don't feel too bad if you don't wanna, if you're afraid of like looking up and down in this game. You won't lose any vanilla cred. Now when this area drops, when you run down here, it lowers this area too. Now it's timed, but since you have the Wings of Wrath, And what I did earlier was go up on it. Anyways, now we have the green key. We can go into the green door, which has some golems, which are not green, but they are quite menacing nonetheless. Now, this is the blue key. And as you see, the lights turned off, but I turned them back on using the torch, sort of. Now this trap is pretty nasty, but we have a Tome of Power, which we got from the previous room with the undead warriors, which we used a Shadow Spear on. And this area, you can't really see it if you use a torch, but it too is shadowed, has that shadow wall thing. And it opens the last secret of the map, which has all these gargoyles and a shortcut to this area. Why are we going through this area? Well, we can probably pick up these since we aren't coming back here anymore and we have the backpack. And it has the blue door. So, a good twofer, if you ask me. So, ascending the stairway are more golems. And at the end is a gargoyle. And that should be all the enemies and all the kills and all the secrets. Maybe even all the items, I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me. But we are done with this map. And that is the dungeons. 153 enemies on the second level. That should tell you how hardcore Heretic can be at sometimes. Now that we're done with the dungeons, we can go to the gatehouse, which we will do in the next video. So until then, I will see you soon.